So I'm Jan Harpio Derilag, and my topic is all about security, identity, and compliance. So first, first of all, we're talking all about Amazon Cognito. Amazon Cognito is let us users sign up, sign in, and access control to your web and mobile app quickly and easily. In addition, Amazon Cognito enables you to save data locally in users' devices, allowing your applications to work even when your devices are offline. So that's the Amazon Cognito. Now we're going to Amazon Detective. Amazon Detective makes it easy to analyze, investigate, and quick identify the root cause of potential security issues or suspicious activities. Also, Amazon Detective automatically collects log data from your AWS resource and uses machine learning, statistical analysis to graph theory to build a link set of data that enables you to easily conduct faster and more efficient security investigation. Also, in Amazon Detective, AWS security services such as Amazon Guard Duty, Amazon NISI, and in AWS Security Hub, as well as partner security products that can be used to identify potential issues or findings. These activities are really helpful in alerting you when there is a possible unauthorized or suspicious behavior in your AWS deployment. Next is Amazon Guard Duty. Amazon Guard Duty is a trial and detection service that continuously monitors for malicious activities and anomalous behaviors to protect your AWS accounts, workloads, Kubernetes clusters, and data stores in Amazon Simple Storage Services, Amazon A3. The Guard the Guard Duty services to monitor activities such as usual API calls, unauthorized deployments. Also, Amazon Guard Duty is cost-effective and easy to operate. It does not require you to deploy and maintain software or security infrastructures, meaning it can be enabled quickly with no risk or negatively impact exiting application and contain workloads. Next is Amazon Inspector. Amazon Inspector is a new automated vulnerability management service that continually scans AWS workloads for software vulnerabilities and unintended network exposure. Also, Amazon Inspector has many improvements over Amazon Inspector class. For example, the new Amazon Inspector calculates a high contextualized risk score for findings by correlating common vulnerabilities and exposures. CVE information with factors such as network success and exploitability. Amazon Macy. Amazon Macy is a fully managed data security and data privacy services that uses inventory evaluations, machine learning, and pattern matching to discover sensitive data and accessibilities to your Amazon S3 environment. Also, Macy, Amazon Macy is in the multiple account configuration. A single Macy administrator account can manage all member accounts, including the creation and administration of the sensitive data discovery jobs across the accounts with AWS organizations. Next is AWS Artifact. As you go central resource of compliance related information that matters to you, it proves no demand access to AWS security and compliance reports and select online arrangements. So next is AWS Audit Manager. AWS Audit Manager helps you continuously audit your AWS usage to simplify how you access risk and compliance with regulation and industry standards. Audit Manager automates evidence collections to reduce the all-hand-on-deck manually effort that often happens for audits and enable you to scale your audit capabilities in clouds as your business grows. Also, you can fully customize a framework and its control to your unique business requirements. Based on the framework, you select audit manager launches an assessment that continuously collects and organizes relevant evidence for AWS accounts and resources such as resource configuration, snapshots, and user activity and compliance check results. AWS Certificate Manager is a service that lets you easily provision, manage, and deploy secure socket layer, transport layer security (SSL), TLS certificates for users with AWS service and your internal connection resources. Also, with AWS Certificate Manager, you can quickly request a certificate, deploy it on ACM integrated AWS resources such as Elastic Load Balancing, Amazon Cloud Front Distributions, and APIs and API Gateway. Next is Amazon AWS Cloud HSM, a cloud-based hardware security module (HSM) that enables you to easily generate and use your own encryption keys on the AWS cloud. AWS Cloud HSM is a standard compliant and enables you to export all of your keys and most other commercially available HSM subjects and your configurations. Next is AWS Directory Service. For Microsoft Active Directory, also known as AWS Managed Microsoft AD, enables your directory-aware workloads and AWS resource to manage Activity Directory in the AWS clouds. Next is the AWS Firewall Manager. It's a security management service which allows you to centrally configure and manage firewall rules across your accounts and applications in AWS organizations. As a new applications, we create a firewall managers to make it easy to bring new applications and resource into compliance by enforcing a common set of security rules. Next is AWS Identity and Access Management. Enables you to secure control access to your AWS services and resources for your AWS users group and roles using IAM, and you can create and manage fine-grained access control with permissions, specify who can access with services and resources and under which conditions. You manage AWS permissions from your workforce users and workloads in AWS IAM Identity Center. IAM Identity Center allows you to manage users, access control multiple AWS accounts. Just a few clicks, you can enable highly available service, easily manage multiple account access, and the permission to all of your accounts in AWS organization. Next is manage single account IAM permission. You can specify access with AWS resources using permissions. Next is manage single account AMI role. Allows you to delegate access to the users or services that normally didn't have access to your organization's AWS resources. Next is AWS Key Management Service. Makes it easy for you to create and manage cryptographic keys and control to their use across a wide range of AWS services in your applications. Next is AWS Network Firewall. It's a managed service that makes it easy to deploy essential network protections for all of your Amazon virtual private clouds. VPCs. The service can be set up by just few clicks and scale automatic to your network traffic so you don't have to worry about deploying and managing any infrastructure. Also, network firewall includes features that prove protection from common network threats. The AWS Network Firewall, stateful firewall, can incorporate context from traffic flows such as tracking connection and protocol identification to enforce policies such as preventing your VPCs from accessing domains using unauthorized protocol. Next is AWS Resource Access Management. Helps you securely share your resources across AWS accounts within your organization or organizational units OUs in AWS organization and with IAM role and IAM uses to support resources type. Next is AWS Security Hub. It's a cloud security posture management services that performs automated continuous security-based practice check against your AWS resource. Hub aggregates your security alerts from various AWS services and partner products in standardized format so that you can more easily take action on them. Also, Security Hub enables you to understand your overall security posture via consolidated security score across all of your AWS accounts, automatically access and security of your AWS accounts resource via AWS Foundation Security. Next is AWS Shield, a managed distributed denial of services (DDoS) protection services that safeguards web application running on AWS. AWS Shields provides you with always-on detection and automatic inline mitigations that minimize application downtime and latency, so that there is no need to engage AWS support to benefit from DDoS protection. All AWS customers benefit from the automatic protection of AWS Shield standards at and no charge. AWS Shield standards defends against most common frequently occurring network and transport layers DDoS attacks that targets your websites or applications. For higher levels of protection against attack target your applications running on Amazon Elastic Compute Cloud, Elastic Cloud Load Balancing, Amazon CloudFront, and Amazon Route 53 resources. Next is AWS WF CAPTCHA. Help blocks unwanted bot traffic by requiring users to successfully complete challenges before their web requests are allowed to reach AWS WF protected resources. You can configure AWS WF rules to require WAF CAPTCHA challenge to be solved or specific resources that are currently targeted by bots such as login and search.